Are you ready for some fitness? Hey, I'm Matt from Matt Lean Fitness. Welcome to the Ask ML Fit Show. This here show is all about me answering your fitness questions, so I hope you'll drop them down below because I friggin' love doing it. First one, how do I get over the crippling fear of failure that I give up and don't even try? So while this isn't directly related to fitness, I feel like it has its own place. And I can speak to this because I've been here and I've done that. And for me, it is an ongoing lesson, to be honest with you. But I'm going to read into this. I'm not a perfectionist. I'm glad this person pointed that out. Actually, far from it. But I've been putting off a few things, and it's too late now that I'm starting to hate myself for having put it off for so long. I don't even understand if it's because of fear of failure or mere procrastination. Please help me. So, most of the time you would lean towards somebody being a perfectionist and they're like, well, and they don't even realize it. They're like, if I can't get it done perfectly, then what's the point of doing it at all? It's the same thing of like, well, I gained a few pounds, so screw it, I'm going to eat everything in sight. So it's an all or nothing mentality for a lot of people. For some people, I think it is analysis paralysis. You just see it and you think and think and think and chew and chew and chew until you do nothing. And I've been there in my life with certain things. I will tell you that I use this tactic on myself of where I give myself a 1, 2, 3 count and I just do whatever that is. Because the way I view it is, I would rather pick up and start going and screw it up along the way rather than sitting here contemplating and looking for the perfect plan, because the perfect plan doesn't mean shit if you never implement it. So I would rather have a plan that's about 80% and figure it out on the way. And the fear of failure, I see and know this person has a flawed relationship with what failure really is. Our society says that failure is bad when we should be saying that failure is the best fucking thing possible. The best lessons I have ever learned have always been from failure. When you constantly get kicked in the teeth when you are working on something, it forces you to go over, around, to the left, jumping over it, jumping through it to figure out how the hell to make it happen, to make it work. Confidence comes from doing. And fear, I feel, is a lack of confidence in a certain situation. So procrastination, maybe so. Put it on a calendar and get your shit together and go do it. But fear of failure, that is usually when someone doesn't have a good relationship with failure and understands that failure should be your best friend. If you really want to get something done, you have to view failure differently. Moving on to the next question. Order of exercises in a session. I have a question. Say if on my push day, would I be better off doing all my chest exercises followed by shoulder exercises? Or would it be better to do, an example, a chest exercise, then a shoulder exercise? I actually found this question in Rate My Workout. It's a subreddit. And I dropped a comment saying, hey, I'm gonna answer this because I think it's a really, really cool subreddit and there's not much going on there and I want to provide a little bit of little value there. So for the person that I've talked to over there, this is my face. I'm a real person and I wanted to answer this question. So I've been training for about 14 years now. And I've done many different splits. I've done push-pull leg. I've done upper, lower, full body. I've done the classic bodybuilding split where you hit one muscle a day and blast it. And I can tell you that you absolutely should stagger the workouts that you're doing. So I would do it in chest, then shoulder. Chest, then shoulder. Reason being is if you're doing 3 to 4 exercises for your chest, and then you're going to do 3 to 4 exercises for your shoulder, you're going to be exhausted come shoulder time. So you want to be able to save some of that energy, especially if you are going hardcore. You know, if you are really tracking your numbers and focusing on the hypertrophy. What truly matters when it comes to building muscle is progressive overload. So if you are constantly raising the training volume, the overall volume that you're doing, that's what truly matters. So if you're raising the volume and you're getting that volume in with all those actual exercises in the session, you know, it doesn't matter if you did the chest workouts in the beginning and the shoulder workouts in the end, or switched it. What matters most is that you have the energy to hit the sets, to hit the reps, to hit the weight. So I think it is more efficient to flip-flop, chest to shoulder, or you could do 2 chest, 2 shoulder, and then keep staggering it like that. But you don't want to be exhausted when it comes shoulder time. I hope that helps, and I appreciate you letting me drop this video here in the subreddit. Last question, and man, this one hits home for me when I first started lifting. Serious mass alternative. Serious mass alternative, since it's trash. Looked at the ingredients to Optimum Nutrition's Serious Mass. Dog shit. Maltodextrin and sucralose. Nothing that makes it decent / a better option than others, besides 3 grams of creatine. Not homemade, please. So this person basically was asking, you know, what's a good mass gainer that I could buy? And I'll be flat out honest with you. Any mass gainer that you go buy from a supplement store or find online, it's all dog shit. And if you don't know what a mass gainer is, basically it is you could consider it a hyped up protein powder. They put more calories in it. It's got some protein in it. Some of them have creatine and some other bullshit. But honestly, food is going to be less expensive and it's going to have a higher nutritional value. And I'm not crapping on supplements here, but I'm saying serious mass alternatives, those are sold to young dudes that want to put on some weight in an incorrect way. Don't do this. Eat the food, all right? Oats, protein powder, liquid egg whites, blueberries, load it up. Throw some chocolate in there if you're feeling squirrely. You can make a hell of a shake and screw the serious mass alternative because they all suck ass. You don't need it. Okay, you don't need it. Save your money, buy real food. That's one of the biggest lessons I learned. You cannot beat food. Supplements will not beat food. They are convenient. They can really help to supplement, but mass gainers suck. If you're looking for fitness plans based in behavior change and science, it's exactly what I do, guys. I've got all sorts of rad fitness plans that have been building for over 5 years, so check it out in the description below or at mattlanefitness.com because it is my heart and soul. To the Mental Fit Mafia and to the patrons, thank you so much for always being here. You mean the world to me, seriously. Thank you. You don't have to be perfect at this fitness thing. Just be better than yesterday, every day.